All right, all right, all right. We should be live everywhere. We should be live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Oh my goodness, this is take two. This morning we had some technical difficulties, but right now I am super excited to be here with you guys. It's Halloween night. How's everybody doing? Did you guys go trick or treating? How many guys were trick or treating? We literally just came back, and my daughter was just, it was the first Halloween that she really understood and got it, and like she was a witch. I was actually gonna wear her hat, but then I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna do it. And she got a lot of trick-or-treating, she got a lot of chocolate and candies. So how many of you guys did Halloween today? How many guys dressed up? We went literally, I did not feel like dressing up, you guys. I have become so boring. It's bad. We're at a friend's house, and there were like half of the grown-ups had dressed up, and I was like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna wear yellow, orange, in the spirit of Halloween, but that's like the best I can do. So that's what we did. And today, you guys, I am so excited. I'm so excited because we're kicking off our first ever um, Start Building Your Wealth challenge that is kicking off tomorrow. Sheikh is saying, hey, Kiana Danielle, where are you from? I'm from Iran. Oh, Isaac is still in lockdown. Closed captioning is coming on. That is awesome. There were a lot of witches here in TikTok. I dressed up as a Shiba Inu. Oh my gosh, that is priceless. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. Um, so, you guys, the reason why I'm live here again today is because I want to talk about a little bit about money, a little about financial independence. I know it's a little bit hard to come out of the Halloween mode and like talk about money again, because I'm like, oh my God, chocolate. I know, ooh, money. But the reason why I wanted to go live right now was because tomorrow we're kicking off the Start Building Your Wealth challenge. And I wanted to see where you guys are at. What do you think about your wealth, your personal finance situation? I wanted to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to see how I can really help you. Um, I am Nimrod31 is asking how to join. Well, actually, the best way to join, I'm going to add it here, is go to the link in my bio, or start building wealth challenge.com is the place to go. Start building wealth challenge.com, or you can simply go to the link in my bio. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what it is and what I'm really aiming to achieve. What we're going to talk about in the challenge is a little bit different than what I normally talk about. I normally talk about investing. I love value investing. It's like literally the thing that got me out of poverty and being broke. I did try a lot of other things in the past. My background, I came to America in 2010. It's now 11 years ago. I got a job right off the bat on Wall Street. Then I got fired, and I was broke, and I didn't know where to go, how to pay my rent. And I started day trading. I blew off my account, and it didn't work out for me. I found out the hard way that if you don't have much money, how many guys don't have a ton of money to start with? Right? So I found the hard way that if you don't have a lot of money, you can't day trade your way to wealth. Even if you do have a lot of money, day trading turned out is pretty high risk, and it's kind of not worth it. So it's not worth your time and energy, at least for me. I know I have friends who love day trading. It's like their passion. They love being stuck to their screen all day. I don't love being stuck to my screen all day. How many guys love being stuck to your screen all day? I want to know. put not me in the chat. Because I mean, I love like scrolling on TikTok, but like having to deal with the emotions of the market's ups and downs and like kind of gambling is not my jam. How many guys prefer not to gamble? Say me in the chat box, you prefer not to gamble your money away, right? So that's how I learned the hard way, like what passive income really means. Passive income means passive, like you not working for your money. And then I was investing. I learned value investing from my coach. A mentor actually wasn't my coach. He was my mentor, Guy Spire, who was a student of Warren Buffett. So I basically indirectly learned value investing from Warren Buffett, which was amazing. But and my returns were great through the span of 3 years from 2000, I believe it was 15 to 2018. I contributed to my account about $500 per month. And then I went from that and I grew that account to $50,000, which helped us pay for our down payment of the house. But then it was like, okay, $50,000 is great. But how many guys would agree that $50,000 is not like $1 million status? Right? It's not $1 million status, right? And for me, it was like, oh my gosh, I really want to get to $1 million status. And I was working my buns off, by the way, at this point. I had a ton of side hustles. I used to do content creation for other businesses and getting gigs right, left and right, and selling my time to make a little bit of money. How many of you guys are super busy and working super duper hard? Say me in the chat box. How many guys are super busy and work super hard, long hours every day? We're going to get a lot of me's across the board. Now, something really crazy I learned from my new coach. So I was on the hunt for mentors. And so my new coach, told me, okay, you're working a lot and you're investing, which is great. But what if I told you that you don't have to work hard to make money? And I'm like, what? Not work hard? Like what not work? What? So I want to ask you a question. How many of you guys have heard that working hard, actually, who can fill in the blank? Working hard pays off. Working hard pays off, right? So everybody says work hard is going to pay off, right? Like that's how we were born. That's how we were brought up with. Like work hard and it will pay off, right? So my coach told me that you're working hard and you're not getting results. What if I told you that you need to actually stop working so hard? Is that good news? So our culture, and I'm from Iran, I lived in Japan, and then I came to America. And in all of these cultures, we are taught that, work hard, it's good for you. We're gonna at the end it's gonna pay off, right? But I saw in the chat box probably about 100 of you said that you work hard. You work super hard. Now I want to ask you, how many of you hard workers are super duper wealthy, like multi-millionaire, $1 million status wealthy? Right? I am thinking not many of you. Right? You can't deal with that strategy. It's like, I can't deal with it. I know. It's so hard because it goes against everything that we were taught. But this already shows us that we have all these people working super duper hard and not becoming millionaires, right? And then we hear, and I already saw a lot in the chat box here in the comments, that okay, yeah, you have to work smart. And it's true, you have to work smart. But what does that mean? And I talked about this morning in the live. I want to know how many guys were at the live with me today, this morning. How many guys remember, what is working smart? Is this just a quote, an Instagram quote? Because everybody says, oh, work smart, work hard, not work smart, not hard. What does it mean? What does it even mean? Work smart? Okay, I'm going to think now. Oh, I'm working very smart now. Like, how does it even work? Right? What does working smart even mean? Gambling. We have a lot of people which chat. Oh, I'm referring to I have you guys. So the chat box. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. So I'm getting like a gazillion chats over here. I'm trying to get as some of the questions, but using leverage, having a strategy. A lot of people are saying leverage. Leverage is cool. Leverage is cool if you can afford the risk. Leverage is actually a very, very smart answer, but it's still not the first step. Leverage comes next. Leverage comes, you can only use leverage. So, okay, you guys want to know how and why I lost all of my money day trading? It's because I was leveraged and I didn't have enough money in my bank account. So the problem with leverage is that it only works for wealthy people. It only works for the people who don't need it. It's very sad. But a lot of these brokers, they say, you have only $50. That's fine. Come, we'll give you 100 times leverage. I used to work at that kind of broker, you guys, by the way. But the problem with going on leverage with low income and low capital is that the moment markets go against you, you're going to get burnt out and going to get kicked out. And guess who gets your money once you get that margin call? It's the broker. So leverage works, but it's not the first step. Leverage doesn't work if you don't have enough capital. Leverage works for wealthy people. So how do you get wealthy? You guys are like, Kiana, okay, just tell us what it is. How do you get wealthy? We already talked about how working hard doesn't pay off. But working smart will. Now, what is working smart? Now we want to define working smart. So I found out we're getting crypto, we're getting debt, we're getting we're getting passive income. Now, ironically, passive income, again, you need to have, so we already talked about how you can't start with leverage because you don't have much capital. Charles M. Harris says the first step is education. Correct, 100%. We're going to get into that. And the education on what? Education in active income. Active automated income is how I made my millions. What is active automated income? Oh my gosh, what the heck even that is that? Can anybody do, can everybody do it? Oh my gosh, you guys, how are you watching this live stream right now? Via this new cool thing that has been around for the past 20 years, the internet. Did you know that contrary to all these fear-mongering media channels are saying the American dream is dead and hyperinflation is coming and we're doomed and the world is coming to an end and all these things, did you know that we're actually living in the best era of the whole human history for normal people? Did you know that it's easier for somebody who was not born with money to become a millionaire now than it was ever before. I come from Iran, that was a kingdom for 3,000 years. The only way to really become rich before oil was discovered was to be born a princess or a prince, or to marry into the royal family. Then the only way to become rich in Iran is to be connected to the Iranian regime or to have access to oil. But every other country that has free access to the internet, actually put in the chat box, how many guys are watching from a country that is not like Iran? So if you're watching from America, Canada, the UK, Australia, Qatar, even South America, Japan, anywhere else that you have some sort of freedom, you have access to this thing called the internet, where you can use to create automated active income. And by that, what I mean is an online business. And then what that does for you, if you're in a capitalistic country, having that business alone is already going to give you the second pillar of wealth, of simple wealth, which is a tax break. So how many of you guys have a 9-to-5 job? If you have a 9-to-5 job, what you need to do, what's distracting me? Oh, you guys, I am live in 3 different places. I'm trying to look at everybody. Like I'm looking at Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and everyone like moving around. That's what's happening with my eyes. So the moment you create your own small business, you already can start taking advantage of the tax break. And then that's going to help you to now contribute to your passive income. And then the 3 together is going to create that wealth ecosystem. Let's talk about how it works. When I was contributing $500 per month to my portfolio for 3 years, and I had a really good return, I turned that capital into $50,000. It's actually a pretty good return. It's better than market average. $500 start, contribute $50,000 in 3 years. Then I did a very simple but outrageous calculation in my head. Outrageous at the time. Now I don't feel like, oh my gosh, that is crazy. But I said, okay, what if instead of $500 per month, I contributed at this growth rate? If I was Jeff Bezos, or if I was like a CEO of a company that is making $1 million per month, and I was contributing $500,000 per month to that portfolio, in 3 years, I would have $50 million, not just $50,000. It's just adding a few zeros. And then I was like, oh my gosh, $50 million and $50,000 are very different, like very different lifestyles. Wouldn't you agree? How many guys agree that $50 million is a different lifestyle than $50,000? What would you guys do with $50 million? If you had $50 million, what would you do? So the thing that I did once I was like, oh my gosh, once I made myself comfortable with the thought of having $50 million, then I asked the next question that many of you are asking here in the chat. How? hell can I make or contribute $500,000 per month to my investment account? All right. I'm getting now your response to what will you do with 50 million? I will take care of my family. I will give to charity. I'll buy myself food with that money. Buy Bitcoin. So good. There are so many things we can do with money. There's so many things that we can do with money, right? Enjoy the $50 million and not work. So good. Start a business. Invest, commercial real estate. You see, once you have $50 million, then you can go and get leverage. Then you can go get leverage. So then I started thinking differently. Instead of saying, oh, this is not possible, there's no way I can do this. Like what? $500,000 per month, it's not going to happen. I said, how? And I knew that I'm not going to be able to learn about the how from the people I had already learned about money from. My parents always encouraged telling me talking about money is taboo. If any of my family members is watching this live right now, me talking about money, they're saying, oh my gosh, Kiana's embarrassing us. Why is she talking about money? How many guys were born in families where talking about money was just embarrassing? Say me in the chat box. Right? So I couldn't talk about, I knew that they were not making $500,000 per month. So they couldn't teach me how to make $500,000 per month, right? Then my professors at college, so I studied electrical engineering in Japan, another country where talking about money is taboo. And my electrical engineering professor always told me, hey, like, just focus on the science. Money is not good. As if science and money can't be mutually coexisting together. As if the creators of the best scientific stuff in our world are not rich. So they kind of made it seem like if you're educated, you shouldn't care about money. And then religious families, money, it's honorable not to it's honorable to sacrifice in this life. Right? I mean, guys were brought up in a religious environment where it was more noble and bragging point, even if you said, oh, I don't care about money. Isn't that like super cool? Saying I don't care about money. How many guys were taught or had heard that or think even now that if you don't care about money, that's a cool factor? My honeybear is like, aren't scientists always asking for funding? So true. We need money to advance. Like, we need money. How many guys are like passionate about a cause? How many guys are passionate about helping other people? How many guys are passionate about helping your family? How many guys are passionate about living a good life? How many guys are passionate about like going around the world and traveling the world? How many guys are passionate about like being healthy and having the best health coaches and eating healthy and having organic food? Guess what? None of this is possible if you don't have money. Right? So I couldn't ask my professor about money because he didn't know. He was on a $30,000 per year salary. He obviously couldn't teach me how to make $1 million per year or $1 million per month even. So fortunately, I was fortunate enough that I had access to this thing. What is it called again? The internet. access to this thing called the internet that with a little bit of research, I was able to find people who not only were millionaires, but were kind enough to actually want to teach me about their methods in exchange for money. So the number one lesson that my $1 million coach taught me was that if you want me to teach you, the fairest thing I can do and the best thing I can do to serve you is to make you pay me. And I thought, what? Why? Like, why can't you just tell me for free? Like, you have all this money. Like, what? Why do you need my money? Like, your life literally wouldn't change if I pay $100,000 to you or not. And she was like, nope. My life wouldn't change. It's true. But your life will. If you part with that $100,000, which I did, she said, do you know what's going to happen? I said, what? She said, you're gonna go from a wanna be a millionaire to I'm committed to becoming a millionaire. If she was, I mean, in all honesty, how many guys get tips on a daily basis on YouTube, social media, Facebook, Instagram, get all these quotes, 5 steps to wealth? I give them away all the time too. How many guys scrolling through TikTok saw all these amazing content and became millionaires? Chetty Blanco says skin in the game. Yes. Nobody has ever become a millionaire through watching YouTube videos, through an Instagram quote. I mean, maybe somebody has, but majority of people haven't. It's because they don't. People who pay attention. People who part with that money. Oh my gosh, one of the biggest reasons. My other coach, to whom I paid another $50,000, told me the reason why this is the case. And he said it's actually scientific. So what happens when you want to jump up? If you want to jump up, what do you have to do first? Somebody try to jump. What do you do first before you jump? You have to go down in order to jump. Right? For an arrow, in order to fly and go, what does it have to do first? It has to go backwards in order to gain that inertia and speed up and move forward. For a seed to become a tree, it first has to go under the ground. Are you guys vibing with me? Are you guys with me? Say I'm with you, Kiana, in the chat box. You're with me. Is this making sense? Is this making sense? Brianna says, I'm trying to figure out how to stop living paycheck to paycheck. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so... I wasn't even living paycheck to paycheck. I didn't even have a paycheck. And it sucks. It totally sucks, right? And then yet you see all these people who are becoming millionaires. Now, one thing that I want to warn you about, we talked about the 3 pillars of wealth ecosystem. And we talked about how you need to first increase your income and then get a tax break. Now, majority of entrepreneurs or people who leave their 9-to-5 job to create their own business and become high-level entrepreneurs even and make $1 million like I did. So this is the 2 Comma Club Award from ClickFunnels that awards everybody who generated $1 million through their software this award. Now, when I first heard about this, I was like, oh my gosh, if I make $1 million, anybody who gets this is probably like absolutely rich and like super wealthy and are just living the best lives. And what I found out was that high income alone, oh my gosh, didn't actually correlate with being wealthy. So I came to meet and get to know all these 2 Comma Club award winners, all these people who had generated $1 million of revenue online through the internet, who were filing for bankruptcy. What? How can you make $1 million and then go and file for bankruptcy? What happened to that money? That is why you need the third pillar. You need the financial literacy. You need the passive income. Because if you can't manage or handle $100,000 or $1,000, you can't handle $1 million. Contrary to popular belief, financial literacy isn't a side effect of wealth. Wealth is a side effect of financial literacy. And then once you start contributing this increased income to your investment portfolio, not day trading. So all of that energy that I was putting on day trading and being stuck to my screen all day, I put it towards my business. I started making that making that automated active income and automating my active income. So it took me a while. Let me see, this is getting a little bit blurry over here. It took me a while to automate my active income. But right now, you guys, do you guys want to know how much automated active income I make per month? And I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying because like my head spins when I think about it. Just thinking about, oh my gosh, 2 years ago, I literally had no money. Automated active income. Money that is just coming to me without me doing anything is $500,000 per month. And then I contribute after I pay my taxes, after I pay now my team. I have a freaking team. We have 15 members. I get to create active income for other people, which is, oh my gosh, super amazing. After I pay for our expenses in the business, and I put some money aside also for other things, like other goals that we have, I then contribute $200,000 per month to my investment portfolio. And then that is growing. And I'm doing value investing method. I'm investing in things that I am looking for gains in 5 to 10 years, not instant gratification, because I already have an active income. So now that portfolio, the 12% gain on that portfolio, like on a day that the market goes up only 1%, that 1% is $20,000. Like, it's crazy pants, you guys. So that is, I'm seeing a lot of comments here. Teach me, teach me. You guys, that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about for the first time ever in this challenge. Start Building Your Wealth Challenge. It starts tomorrow. Oh my gosh, I'm super excited. I'm going to try get a good night's sleep so I can deliver amazingly well for you guys. So if you haven't already, you guys, this is going to change your lives. Like, I was excited before, but now that we're getting started, like closer to it, I've been spending so much time putting together the content of the exact framework. Like right now, I just showed you what is happening, right? But in this challenge, and I'm actually going to show you how it's happening so that you can go. And it's called a challenge because I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to going and making this happen for yourself. It's going to be 5 days. every day from Monday to Friday. General admission is going to be from noon to 1 p.m. So if you're a 9 to 5er on the east side, get a break. It's your lunch break. If you're VIP, that's where a lot of deeper stuff is going to be happening. I'm going to be answering your questions. It's going to be a live Zoom call where I actually see your faces. So come camera ready, have your questions ready. And for 5 days, every day from 11 to 12, I'm going to be answering your questions. And you know what's even greater is because sometimes when I love doing group coaching, and we do that actually for our $1 Million Family Accelerators as well, is because people ask questions and you get to see other people's questions, which could be questions they didn't even think of asking, and they're going to benefit listening to other people's questions and me answering to those questions. So the VIP is where it's at. I would love for you to come and join us. It is going to be live, like live. No recording for the VIP. So definitely make sure that if you join, you can be live. It is worth it. Like, think to yourself, if attending this challenge is going to give you the personality, the identity, the know-how of actually being able to create that life that you've been dreaming about, that we're scared of even dreaming about, that sounded cool. What if this helps you? What if this works? Like, people ask me, oh, where did you find your mentor? Like, I'm here. Hello. I literally don't need to work right now. You guys have seen my portfolio. I'm financially free. I don't need to work. I don't need to work. Why I'm doing it? It's because I love doing it. Number one, I'm a teacher. I've always been a teacher. I learned English through teaching English. Like, I love teaching. I also feel like I need to show this to people, because I thought, like, when I met my coach, I thought, like, okay, everybody has probably seen my coach. Turns out people don't even know my coach. And I would be happy to, but I've had like multiple coaches. I've had investing coaches, and then I've had entrepreneurship and marketing, and then writing best-selling books coaches. And like, I've had coaches for so many different things, that each and every one of them have contributed to this wealth ecosystem that I've created for myself. And I would absolutely love for you to learn those as well. You guys, you've been amazing. Some people are jumping on here on TikTok. Apparently, right, you're looking at it. Try again says you're looking at it. Exactly, right? You're looking at it. I'm here to coach you. I'm here to teach you. And what am I teaching for those of you who are just jumping on? I'm teaching how to start building your wealth the right way, not just by investing. It's the first time we're going to talk about like pull off the curtain, open the curtain. What's the right word for that? On how I did it. What's my business like? How do I use the internet to make automated active income? And then how I incorporate it with my passive income, so that I have been compounding like this crazy pants avalanche of money. So that's what I'm teaching. That's the unveiling. Thank you so much, Midlife Investing Mama. Thank you for helping an immigrant out here. Where are my immigrants in the house? I'd love to know. How many guys are like immigrants? I'm in Australia. What time will that be? You have to do the calculation. I think it's going to be very, very late in Asia and Australia. I do apologize. We have, like, in our students group, we have people, one of my best students, Grace, she's from Australia. Oh my gosh, is she a trooper. She is up 2 a.m, and she works in healthcare. She is doing it, you guys, and she's from Australia. And every day, like every time she attends our live coaching, she's like, okay, good morning, you guys. And she's killing it. But yeah, it's a little bit of an inconvenient timing for Australia, for our Aussies and New Zealanders, but it's worth it. It is worth it. Not, oh, we have Scott Marta says, I'm not an American and I'm a dude. Should I be here? Oh my gosh, I didn't mean to insult non-immigrants. Of course you're welcome. And okay, so for those of you who are dudes, so let me tell you a little bit of ground rules about the Invest Diva movement and what we stand for. Of course, my passion is to help women take control of their financial future, but we have, oh my gosh, so many amazing dudes in our community. You can join as long as you're cool, as long as you're supportive of our mission, as long as you're just, you're just a cool person. If you're cool, if you really are here to learn, take action, take control of their financial future so they can go and create value for others, make others people's lives better, then come join us. We have some of the best dudes, we call them Invest Divos, in our community. They're just amazing. They're contributing to the wealth of our network. So you're absolutely, Scott is like laughing and crying at the same time. You're welcome, Scott. You seem like a cool dude. So that's the tea. If you guys would like to join us at the challenge, we're starting tomorrow, you guys. It's happening. It is happening tomorrow at 11. How can you join? So what you need to do is go to startbuildingwealthchallenge.com. startbuildingwealthchallenge.com. Let me just actually type it out right over here. And grab it. VIPs get an extra hour with me every single day. You guys, you're amazing. Have an amazing night. And happy Halloween. I'm going to go get some rest, get ready, do some workout, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to look at all these cameras over here. Good night, TikTok. Good night, Instagram. Good night, YouTube. Good night, Facebook. Good night, Twitter. I'll see you guys tomorrow.